Alright, so who out there can tell me what this is? Anybody? Any guesses? If you said a collar stay that was not taken care of, you win the prize. What prize? I have no idea. There is none. Collar stay, gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about how to basically ensure that this never happens. What is a collar stay? That is probably the first question on everybody's mind. If you have never noticed before, I'm going to get rid of this little warped piece of craziness. A collar stay is the little tab that is inside, or it's a little hard plastic piece, or they actually come, you can get them in metal, you can get them so that they're not actually plastic. But what it is, it's in a little pocket. Look at this one, it's all jacked up too. These light plastic ones, you see what happens? They warp when you wash if you don't take them out. We'll get to that in a second. Do I look like John Travolta in this? Anyway, let's try this one. There's another one in that pocket. In most dress shirts, you are going to find that there are collar stays, a little better, in the collar. What this is going to do is this is going to prevent your collar from what I call winging up. And there is a shirt, a dress shirt called the wing up, which is basically what you wear with tuxedos. However, what happens is, with dress shirts, when you do not use collar stays, they tend to flip up and almost look like flying, or their wings, and they don't actually stay nice and crisp and concise like we want them to. And so, what you do is, or what the manufacturers do, is insert a little piece of plastic inside the collar. There's a little pouch. Now, there are some dress shirts, like a lot of the dress shirts that I buy from Modern Tailor, I get the widespread collar. And so they're a little bit short and they're not real long, and so the chance of them actually flipping up is like 0, so they don't even put them in. You can also get collar stays that are actually sewn in to the collar. I don't necessarily recommend this because the warping can happen, and once it's warped and it's sewn in, it's really tough to get that collar to lay right. But what you can do is, when you buy a shirt and they do have the collar stays in there, when you go to actually take the shirt to be dry cleaned, or if you wash it, what I want you to do is actually remove the collar stays. Find a place like a little cup on a drawer or a dresser or whatever, and toss your collar stays in there. A lot of dress shirts actually will come with an extra set of collar stays. It's always a good idea to keep a bunch of these on hand. I never toss them, I always keep them. And what happens is, if they do get mangled, like they have a tendency to do from time to time, if you forget one, you can always grab a replacement. But when you wash your shirt, I want you to take the collar stays out. Now, even more importantly than that, if you are drying a dress shirt and this cheap little plastic collar stay is in there, it is definitely going to get warped by the high heat, and you're going to have a jacked up collar stay like the one I already showed you. But it's pretty simple. Just remove it, toss it, wash, iron your shirt. When you're done ironing your shirt, insert your collar stays back in there. If you take it to get dry cleaned, take the collar stays out, go, have them press the shirt, dry clean the shirt. If you don't, they are not going to remove these. And so, you've probably seen it before where a dry clean shirt, it actually has a very pronounced line of that collar stay. You can actually see the outline if they press the shirt and the collar stays still in. So gentlemen, take care of your shirt, take care of your collar stays so that your shirt stays looking flying fresh all the time. Oh, before I forget, there's also another cool product out there. It's a magnetic collar stay. There's a link down below this video for you to check them out. And the way it works is pretty much you've got your normal collar stay, it's metal, but then there's a little magnet that goes in there. And what happens is it keeps that collar nice and tight to your shirt. And I know that's a common problem a lot of guys have. They're like, yo, when I wear a shirt, when I don't have a tie on, the collars tend to come out and lay flat. How do I prevent that? The magnetic collar stay is a great invention, great option for those of you out there who would like the collar to stay tight to the shirt.